Well, you know what to do, don't you? You look like a pro. As usual, I found a recipe that I wanted to make for crescent rolls. However, I can't just buy them in a little can like you guys can, so I'm gonna have to make crescent rolls from scratch. Now, I did buy before the Just Roll pastry, which was croissants in a tin, but apparently croissants and crescent rolls are quite different. A croissant is a pastry, a crescent roll is more of a dough like bread. They're two different things. We're gonna try to make some. Anybody else hate bags of flour? They all seem to rip in the most stupid place and go everywhere, as displayed here. I need 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and I need to make an absolute mess whilst I'm doing it. But there we go, it's in. I need 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt, and 2 teaspoons of yeast. There we go. Just got to give this a little whisk to incorporate all those ingredients together. There we go. Cut in a cup of cold butter. It's very cold, and it doesn't say whether or not to cut it into cubes, but I'm just going to make life that little bit more easier. Now, I hear crescent rolls are quite versatile. You can do quite a lot with them, other than just have them as an accompaniment to your dinner. We're actually going to make cinnamon crescent rolls, but let us know in the comments down below what else you use crescent rolls for, if you've got any recipes, because when I looked at how many crescent rolls this actually makes, it makes a hell of a lot, and rather than not making the full batch and just adjusting the quantities, I decided I was going to make the full thing, and I'm going to just keep some back, and I'm going to try and make something else with them. Oh, pastry cutter. We'll cut this in until only pea sizes of butter remain. I'm not really sure the correct technique for this because I don't feel like I'm doing it properly, and it probably doesn't help that happened. It probably doesn't help that I've only got a small bowl. I'm obviously not one of those humans that's developed enough to use tools, because I don't think I can use tools very well, and I'm just eager to get my hand back in and do it with my hand, but I'm not going to. I'm going to persist because I don't want to warm that butter up too much, and the heat from my hands certainly will do that. Might be the messiest cooking with H I've ever done, but never mind, let's carry on. I'm not going to tidy up yet because I know I'm going to make a hell of a lot more mess, so I'm just going to continue. Need 1/2 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of water. It didn't say anything about the temperature of the water, so I've just gone with cold water out of the tap. And last but not least, 1 large egg. Need to give that a whisk. I need to add that into the flour mixture, but I'm not probably going to have enough room in that bowl, so I'm just going to transfer it into a bigger bowl. Now I'm just going to add this in and stir it until it incorporates itself into a dough ball. I'm thinking a metal spoon may have worked better. However, we're practically there. I just need to wrap it in plastic wrap and then pop it in the fridge for 30 minutes. Been eager to get my hands in. Okay, there we go. I'll pop it in to the fridge for 30 minutes and then I'll take it out. We've got to kind of laminate that dough and make it so it's got the flaky layers. Lightly flour my surface. Okay, are you gonna roll your sleeves up? I'm joined back by Chef Alana, who is going to help do this, aren't you, darling?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to roll this out into a rectangle shape, about 1/2 inch thick.
Yeah.
You want the rolling pin?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, sprinkle.
Yeah.
Now sprinkle a little bit on top. It's quite sticky. Okay, can you do it? Or should Mummy do it?
Yeah, no, do it.
Okay, let me push you in a bit more then. Oh, you know what to do, don't you? You look like a pro. I know we're filming, but I'm gonna have to get a picture of this. Right, should Mummy have a roll? My go?
My go now.
Mummy go now, yeah. Can you?
Maybe a cake.
Oh, this one's not gonna, well, it might be a bit of a cake by the time we finish.
A butter cake.
Is it a birthday cake or a better cake?
Butter cake.
Oh, got birthday cake.
Wait, I'm going to eat.
You're gonna eat? We can't eat it yet though, can we? We've got to cook it.
Okay.
Okay, go a little bit thinner, I think.
Okay. Okay, a cake.
Okay, a cake.
Maybe it's a cake. Okay.
Okay, it's not quite a rectangle, but
A cake.
yeah, it's not quite a rectangle, but I think it's done. We've got to fold it into a third, Alana.
Fold it. Fold it.
That's enough. Oh, you knew what you were doing, but I got to fold a little bit this way.
Why not?
You just amaze me by things. I just say fold it and you start folding it. It's just, and now this bit over there, could you do it? This bit? Can you fold that bit over?
Fold it.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, Mummy, pull it over. Oh, it's sticking a bit. Hang on a second, darling, it's sticking. Oh. Got a bit of sticking going on here. Okay, now we have to fold it the other way.
I can do it.
It says repeat 3 to 5 times. So I'm guessing we roll it out again. This does remind me of making those buttermilk biscuits where you create all those different layers. Right, pop it in the fridge. I'm hoping I've not left that dough in the fridge for too long because I have left it a little while. We're going to attempt to roll it out now and make it into those triangle shapes so we can make those crescent rolls and pop in a filling. You ready, Alana?
Sides. Sides, Mommy.
Yeah, it's not for you to make a mess though. This has risen very, very nicely. Whoa, look at that mess. I have read that putting some dough in the fridge slows down that rising process because the yeast needs like a warm environment. It might just take a little bit longer to rise now. So we need to roll this out, Alana. Or you do a sprinkle? Why don't you roll your sleeves up as well?
There.
Shall I help you?
Go.
Now we need to divide this into 3 equal portions first off, Alana.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just go. I know it's not going to be equal. 1, 2, 3, correct.
Let's call it up.
I'll just put 2 here.
And here.
But what I want to say is you can see those nice layers that we've created in this dough. So I'm hoping we get some nice flaky layers and some, not really sure what to expect from the dough, whether it should be quite light and fluffy, but we'll find out. So we need to roll this. It says we need to roll this out into about 16 by 5 inches and about 1/8 of an inch thick. I think that's bigger than it needs to be. Now we need to cut this into skinny triangles. I can't remember how I saw it done. I'll just try.
A hole.
Now if we were going to make these just into crescent rolls, I think we need to roll them up now and let them proof for about an hour, but we're going to put some filling in them as well. We've got quite a lot, so I make some crescent rolls on their own. I'm actually going to make some cinnamon ones, which is what we aimed to do in the first place, but I also thought I'm going to make some cheese and ham ones. Does that sound good? And I was really tempted to do a scrambled egg and bacon one, like a breakfast, but I just don't know if I've got the time to do that today. So let's start with the ham and cheese. At least I know Alana will eat that one. Okay, what you need to do, I should probably eat this. Pop that on your triangle. Great job. I'm not quite sure how to do this, but we'll try.
I'll try.
What? No, we'll try to put the ham on here.
Yeah.
I think you'll probably got a better idea by ripping it up, Poppet. That's probably a really good idea.
Ham.
Ham?
I always up.
There's your cheese. You're welcome. I guess you could grate the cheese or shred the cheese, as you guys say, but I'm being very lazy and I feel like I've already invested a lot of time into this particular recipe. Oh, I forgot one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think made a huge mistake here because I just realised I've got to roll this, and rolling sliced cheese is not going to be as easy as grated, but we'll try it anyway. Yeah, this is going to be a disaster from the get-go. But leave your cheese in now, or you can crumble your cheese if you want. Yeah. And then you've got to roll it and tuck the end in, apparently. I'm just going to get a baking tray, line it with a bit of parchment paper, put these on there, loosely cover it with plastic wrap and let them rise for a good hour. I just need them to double in size. These are going to be the plain ones, Alana. Right, let's roll these up, Alana. Okay, they need to rise for an hour. Okay, we've got the last one to do, and we need to do that with the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll this last one out. We need to make that cinnamon filling. So we've got some softened butter. We're gonna add some sugar and some cinnamon, and then we're gonna layer that on these before rolling them up. The recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of softened butter. However, I forgot to buy more butter. To be honest, I've used so much butter that I didn't buy enough. I'm gonna reduce the recipe down slightly. So it's 4 tablespoons of softened butter, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 2.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. We're just gonna half that for what we've got here. So we've got some softened butter going in. 2 of these, can you pop that in? 1, that's sugar, there we go.
Sugar.
That's it, good job.
I see you.
I see you. As always, we'll pop links in the description for any of the recipes that we are following today so that you can follow along, or that you can reach out to us in the comments and let us know what you would have done differently. Okay, this needs to be combined, so I am going to go with a little whisk on it, I think. Okay, I'm not quite sure how much,
Yeah.
but let's just give that a little spread on there, Alana.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of hours and they have risen quite well. So this is the ham and cheese, and this one's Alana's thing. I'm just going to cook it anyway and just see what happens. So we're going to pop these into a preheated oven, 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes and see what happens, and then do that all-important taste test. Timer's up, crescent rolls are ready. We just need to make a glaze to go on those cinnamon ones. The cinnamon ones look a little bit oozy, so I'm not sure if they're going to have worked very well, but let's get on with that glaze to go on top. So in our bowl, Anna, we need 1/4 cup of icing sugar.
Icing.
You're going to put that in?
Icing.
We need 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And finally, we need 1/2 tablespoon of milk or cream, and I'm going with cream. In with that. And then we just got to mix it all up. See what I mean? They've oozed. I'm going to just let them cool down for a couple of minutes before I put that glaze on. But whilst we're waiting, I guess we should taste test the others. So I think first up, we'll go with the plain crescent roll. Well, we'll see. Oh, straight in.
Two.
Oh, just a 2, this one, is it? You only rated 2? So I can see what people say. It is very close to a croissant, but it does appear to be more doughy inside than flaky. There we go. It's quite doughy inside rather than flaky. I think in a croissant, those bits would just fall off. I'm quite enjoying this. It is a bit of a different take. Now I'm going to go just on the plain one. I'm going to go about an 8. I'm quite proud of that actually, and they did rise enough, I think. Maybe a little bit more. Let's try the ham and cheese one now. Elena, do you want to try ham and cheese? Right, let's try the ham and cheese one.
Okay. This. This icing.
Mmm, that's nice, isn't it? What do I think about the ham and cheese? I don't like the ham and cheese as much as I like it plain. I like the ham, I think the cheese is a bit strong. I used mature or sharp cheddar, so maybe I should have used something a bit milder. I'm gonna go 6 for that. What do you rate it? 3? Right, let's go get one of those cinnamon ones to try. Now I think this one's gonna be a little bit hot to start with, but I'm just gonna go with some of this glaze, or quite a lot of this glaze. Okay, should we try this one? I'm hoping it's not gonna be too hot. Go on then, you try that bit. Ready?
Okay.
Cheers.
Yes. Yes.
Merry Christmas. Okay, yum. They're really good, aren't they, Alana? I gotta go with 9.
I know.
A 9! Yay! We both got 9. And all that leaves us to say is take care, God bless, and see y'all in the next video.